My wife invited her high school BF over to work at home at our house, and then this happened. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. Hey everyone. I know that the title may sound confusing without the background that I am about to give. So ever since COVID started, my wife has been working from home. My job never let us do that, so I have still been driving to work every day. She has a friend that she occasionally hangs out with. He's been invited to hang out with both of us before too. He's nice, fun to hang around and pretty cool. I've had no problem with this. My wife made me aware pretty early on that she dated him in high school. She said that they dated their freshman and sophomore year. They never had sex but did mess around. They started reconnecting as friends during their senior year. At that time he had a girlfriend and she was starting to see another guy as well. She claims that after they broke up there was never anything romantic between them again. When COVID started, my wife said that she would be able to work from home. I was glad and happy for her as I knew it'd be easier and even save gas. She said that her friend was going to be able to work from home too, so they may meet up sometimes to go over their work and help each other. They both work in a similar field. One day I came home and noticed that he was there. I thought nothing of it really, as my wife had told me about this. They both had their computers and like they were working pretty hard. For a while it was like this. Suddenly a few weeks and I would come home and they would casually be hanging out and having fun. Sometimes they would be playing a game, sometimes they would be drinking, sometimes they would be eating. I started finding this a little bit weird. It seemed as though he was getting more attention than me and that she was having a better time with him than me. Then one day when I came home, it was the final straw. They were both on the couch and her head was in his lap while they were watching TV. I waited until he left and then had a talk with her. I was fuming. I yelled at her and told her that their actions have been unacceptable and that there's no reason that she should be laying with a friend like that. I expressed how I felt like she has been showing him more attention than her husband and that it seemed like they were having more fun together than we do. Not to mention that they had dated before and fooled around. She got really upset and said I had no right to tell her that she can no longer hang around someone. She was mad that I seemed to claim that she was cheating on me with him and swore that she was not and would not do that. She said that all they were doing was relaxing and that it was not wrong to lay her head on his lap. The last 2 days he has not been at the house when I got home. She says that she has not seen him since our talk. I apologized for being so angry about it. She doesn't seem like she has really accepted my apology, as she has been really quiet around me ever since. How do I make things better? Is she cheating? How do I handle things between her and this friend? Update. So last week I posted on a few pages about my wife spending time at our house with an old ex that she used to have from high school. He had been coming over and working from home with her ever since COVID started. At first I thought nothing of it, as they were just simply helping each other with their work. Then they started to hang out and stuff more. When I caught her laying down with her head in his lap, I had enough. I told her he could no longer come over. She was mad and took offense to this but agreed. Most people here agreed with me that it was sketchy for her to do this. I was made aware that he could still be coming over during the day and leaving before I get there. I ended up buying a camera that I could set up and hide while I am at work. I put one in the living room and one in the bedroom. The first day they were set up I saw nothing unusual. The second day was when it happened. The ex came over. At first they were just working, but then he started to get pretty touchy with her. It progressed until they needed up going to our bedroom and sleeping together. I was shocked. I wasn't sure what to do. As soon as I saw my wife again, I questioned her if she had been seeing him anymore. She denied it. I told her that I had cameras installed in the house. Her face changed completely then. She knew what I had seen. She immediately started crying. I told her to leave the house. She tried to apologize and explained that I wasn't having any of it. Since then we have talked to each other once. I told her that I don't see how anything can happen besides a divorce. She said she doesn't want that and asked if I would go to couples counseling one time before making that final decision. I reluctantly agreed. I don't expect it to work and I'm mainly doing it to humor her. I'm still looking and trying to contact divorce attorneys as I'm typing this. Here are some best comments from our community. Look. I had a GF before. She was married and we had been having sex many times before her mother almost walked in on us. One day they had problems with the computer and I was the guy asked to fix it. She was home alone and the first thing we did was the sex. Second, the computer. When her mother got there, it looked like I was working hard fixing it. What I want to say is, they could have had sex first, maybe a couple of times, and afterwards they were just behaving normally when it was the time for him to get home. It happened to me. Could happen to anyone. You are not at all in the wrong here. At first it seemed innocent enough, but putting your head into the lap of someone you're not with is suspicious AF. She's right that you have no right to tell her to do something, but since you explained and asked her to stop and she's being defensive like this, I'm getting a ton of red flags. If she's not cheating, she's sure not showing respect for you as her partner. It wouldn't surprise me if she is cheating though, with how overly close they seem to be getting. That's not okay. She's not respecting your relationship. Her head shouldn't be in his lap at all, and it should make you uncomfortable since they used to have a relationship. If the roles were reversed and you had an ex's head in your lap, she would also be uncomfortable. Her getting mad at you for questioning it is gaslighting to the situation and you. I wouldn't put my head in guy's lap if I didn't feel some type of chemistry. It's definitely flirty. I think you guys need to discuss boundaries. It's important that you guys agree on what you consider to be okay and not okay. If she thinks that type of behavior with an ex is acceptable, and you don't, then things may not work. I would see where things go, and what she does next. Her actions will speak louder than words. If these situations keep occurring though, it may be time to rethink if this is someone you want to be with. Well, it does seem quite inappropriate to be drinking and chilling on the couch. Eating and stuff like that seems fine, but chilling with her head on his lap seems bordering on very inappropriate. Remember, they are supposed to be working. I can understand they de-stress by eating dinner and even watching TV or whatever. That said, is this happening pretty much every day? Or just happened once or twice? Either way, you need to have a serious talk with her. Sit her down and talk about boundaries rather than making demands of her not seeing the friend. It is bad to deny her a friend in the way that it sounds like you did, but your feelings are valid here. I don't know how trust can be regained here, but if I were her, I would have tried to find a way to reassure you rather than be combative. This is a situation where I think you have cause for concern, but it may still be fairly innocent. So it's tricky, and without a good proper heart-to-heart talk with her, this will grow resentment. It may be a good idea to request from her that you be allowed to see their communication, texts, Facebook/Instagram. Important here that you don't demand to keep continuous eye on her phone. Just have her unlock her phone in full view of you so you can get some reassurance with this guy. If she reacts strongly to this, I think you have your answer, and it's time to take this as a serious threat to your marriage. You need to proceed delicately, but you deserve and need this to be resolved, otherwise suspicion will grow, and with that comes resentment. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.